My name is Max Cohen, and I currently serve on the board of directors as a student member, but I previously was an apprentice here at the farm, and I was involved with almost all of the summer programs when I was a kid. I'm not sure if I remember precisely the first time that I came to the farm, but I can definitely remember a variety of those first moments here at the farm. Um, I think when I was I'm not sure exactly what year of summer programming it was, but I was pretty young. And I remember we had a trip to the farm that I was doing with my school at the same time when I was here for summer programs. And I remember like showing everyone around, and I felt so cool to be able to do that. And I remember taking them, we were going on a hike on the aqueduct right next to the farm, and there's a little house for like water movement out there. And I got to tell everyone about the fact that there was a witch that lived there, and they thought that was super cool. So I remember this incredibly vividly. So I'll say that was probably one of my first memories. So I've been a member of the board as a student for maybe 3 years now. It's new-ish in comparison to how long the farm's been around. And it's typically something that folks will do if they're interested in hearing about how things happen behind the scenes. And I think it's a great opportunity to like ask questions, especially because I love hearing about how things work. It's like a great way to figure out how things work. And for that role, I've done a handful of different things. I get to continue my involvement with the farm through volunteering, through being at the farmers markets, and also get to like meet a whole bunch of people through the Harvest Dinner or Maple Magic, and it's just a really great time. My favorite thing to do at the farm is very specific. I love harvesting garlic. That is by far my favorite thing. Although like vegetables in general has always has hold held a very special place in my heart. And overall, my favorite thing just like about the farm is the amount of people I get to meet. I feel like I run into someone new every time I'm here, and that's really incredible. And I've also had the chance to just meet some cool people through the years that have worked here or have been involved with the board or a variety of different like events that we've held. So yeah, it's really the community, and also harvesting vegetables and garlic in particular.
What is it about garlic?
I don't know, honestly. I think there's a bit of a um, there's like a routine to it, and I always was it was like hyped up a lot while I was in the younger programs, having like a day of garlic day where we'd go and harvest garlic and then hang it up in the barn. And that was just the excitement around it always was so much fun, and I've like held that excitement today. It's still my favorite. So. There's a lot to pick from for that. I'd probably say that it really comes down to being able to understand and like comprehend some of the things with like food systems around. So, I guess big picture, knowing where your food comes from is so important, and the farm helps get that to people. And also educating people about a variety of different things that they don't know how it works, and then they come here and they're like, oh, this is how you plant radishes, or oh, this is how pigs are raised. Whatever it is, I feel like it's the learning opportunity that comes from having something so community oriented is really cool. I've really been able to figure out how to communicate with people effectively. And I can't imagine a better environment to learn to do that. Everyone here is so supportive. And that's been incredibly helpful for me, especially like coming here as an apprentice in middle school, like learning how to find my voice and learning how to talk to people, and engage in like multiple different contexts. So whether it was like at the farmer's market or here at the farm, giving a tour, telling someone about how excited I am about doing something while they're just walking around, whatever it was, being able to learn how to communicate and articulate the joy of the farm has been something I don't think I would learn anywhere else. I'd say a memorable and funny, but also really stressful story was probably one time while I was out and we were helping like get everything sorted for the afternoon so that everyone could go home, and I was helping out with the sheep, and we were just like had the normal like gallon 5 gallon buckets out there with them, and it had food in it, and one of the sheep just like took it and ran away, and it was like around its neck, and I was like, oh my goodness, like what do I do in this situation? So I can't even remember what the solution was, but we did eventually like wrangle the sheep and get things under control. But that always like sticks out as a memory of mine. Yeah, I'd say that like everyone that I've met through the farm is like has given me a little part of who I am today. And I'm sure a lot of people also have that feeling because it's a really special way to meet people. It's something a lot different than any other job you could have or any other place where you could learn. But I'd say in particular, like someone who's an inspiration to me has always been Dylan, who's the caretaker here, and he has always just been super supportive and also like a really creative person who I've always looked up to. Um, and it was great to be able to like work alongside people who are not apprentices. Like we're not all just apprentices when you're working here. You get to work around people who've been here for a really long time or volunteers, and just hearing different perspectives is always super special. And yeah, I'm really grateful for Dylan and all the other folks that I've met here. Casey has since I've been here has always been a really great resource for just about everything. And I it it really is just like all of the people. The people make this what it is. So. I just, right now I'm like about to go to college next year, and that's weird to think about, especially because I've been here since. Well, my mom has like the receipts from like the pictures from when I was here. I think it was like 2011, 2010 when I started, so I was like 4 maybe. And obviously there have been some years where I haven't been here. There have been years where I've done other summer programs, but the experience of the farm, it's unmatched by anything else. And to think that I've been able to spend so much time here is wonderful, and I'm just so grateful. So, yeah. I just hope that this community remains the community that it has always been, which is one of like creativity and respect and excitement. And I think that everyone that comes to the farm comes out of the farm passionate about it. I think that it's really easy to fall in love with this place. And I have no doubt that that'll continue in the next 50 years. So that's my hope.